Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy TCG Discussions here, and today I'm coming at you with a Starter Deck Goku deck profile that I believe to be a little bit more budget friendly than what everybody's used to. The reason why I wanted to provide this deck profile is because I built it just to play a version of Starter Deck Goku that is blue-green, and I actually had some decent success playing against my wife, and we're both learning how to play the deck. But overall, I think that it operates pretty well, and there's some just budget tech choices in the deck that allow you to play blue-green, and I just kind of wanted to share that with everybody. So it's going to be a little bit different, but for those of you who don't know what this Starter Deck Goku does, when it attacks, basically it untaps a blue energy, and on this side, when it attacks, it untaps 2 blue energy, you draw a card, and if you have 5 or more energy, it's permanently 5,000 for the turn that you're during your turn. So this guy's really awesome, and he's been dominating a lot of tournaments. So I just wanted to give you guys a budget profile. Without further ado, let's get into it. For Energy Boost Majin Buu, this is pretty standard. You kind of have to play this card. It's good 5k combo fodder, and yeah, it's just one of those cards that's super helpful in making your deck consistent. And then we play 4 of another consistent drop. Bulma, the God Tempter. Basically, she searches out Whis, and we play that instead of Objections, because I know Objections are a little bit pricey and hard to get, because set 1's out of circulation, basically. And yeah, so basically, Bulma God Tempter is kind of our replacement for that. She is super clutch, because 1, she thins the deck, 2, she gives us good start plays for the deck, and 3, if you have multiple Wisses in hand, the Wisses can just kind of become charge fodder, and 4, the Wiss plays like Objection. Now, the only other downside is that it takes basically, it's an 8-card engine over 4, but at least these cards are combo fodder, so that can kind of help protect you or help you with shotgunning. So, yeah. 4 of the next card, I'm not sure if this card's budget, but you should play it. The name of the game of your leader is to untap energy, and Senzumi does that. And not to mention, it protects you against tokens, because they're generally at 15k, and Senzumi is just a very good defensive card and offensive card. Depending on how you're wanting to use it, you can use it to untap extra energy, especially if you want to kind of make a big push, and you play Whis for the turn. I think that Senzumi is just fantastic. I really like this card a lot in this deck. And then 4 of the best negate in the game, Whis Coercion. Not a lot to say about this card. It's just crazy. This card helps you survive if you have to play a Whis, or you end up playing Whis. And it's just absolutely crazy and insane what you can do, basically being at turn 6 over your opponent. So yeah, Whis Coercion, very good. And then we play 4 of the next obligatory card, Boost Attack Piccolo. If you have 4 life, less life, basically it's a 0 cost 10k, and you draw a card. Card's insane. Gotta play it. And then we play 4 Whis, the Resting Attendant. Now, not everybody agrees with playing this engine, but it is a little bit more budget friendly, and it is just a way that you can play the deck. So I thought I'd present it. And every time I actually resolve this in testing, I've won. So if I just need to play 1, and if I draw multiples, it becomes easy charge fodder. And then last of the blue cards, Energy Boost Beerus. You have to play this guy, 20k double strike, and when it comes in, if you have 5 or more energy, he can just remove a card in your opponent's battle area. So that's just really good. Just take out a battle card and KO that card. That's just absolutely crazy and insane. And yeah, fits well within the budget range. Next, we play 2 King Vegeta Surprise Deck. I really like this card, actually. This card kind of comes in clutch for multiple reasons. The first one being that it can easily just become charge fodder if you need green. And the second thing is that actually people don't really see this thing coming. What it does is when you activate it during a battle, it gains revenge, and so if your card was attacked, it gains 10k and revenge, which is kind of cool. And this card is kind of like an X Factor card. Sometimes you just don't see it coming. So, yep. And then we play For Bundle of Curiosity Son Goku, I really like this card a lot just because it helps kind of, again, create consistency for your deck. It's green, late game you can charge it, and to top it off, it sets up your leader to untap blue energy. Next is kind of our replacement for Gohan. That's like $60, and it's kind of our meant for Results of Training, which it's not like Results of Training super expensive, but Furious Cell Vegeta is really awesome. While it would be better if you could add the life that you take out of this guy for his effect to KO a card to your hand, you put it in the drop area instead. But the fact that it is just removal like Beerus, and it helps you awaken, and it's 20k double strike, really synergizes with the deck super well. And because it's double strike, if you drop it late game against your opponent, it can be a little bit more threatening because it hits for 2 instead of 1 against your opponent. So they might be more apt to combo over it and to respond to it. I really like Furious Cell Vegeta. I think it's super good. It's not as good as Kale because Kale can just remove multiple threats and kill all the tokens and whatever. But this card is a pretty good replacement for a little bit of the both for the budget-friendly build. And then the next budget-friendly build card we play is another Vegeta, Raging Attacker Vegeta. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a 20k double strike. It's a 4-drop like the Furious Cell Vegeta, but it's also a counterattack. And when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy of 4 or less and KO it. So it kind of works like, it's like a green Beerus kind of almost. But it also can, you can counterattack. Like when your opponent counterattacks, you just drop this thing for the cost of 4 energy, which I know is kind of a lot. But at the same time, it can be kind of like a surprise factor, especially if your opponent doesn't see it coming. And another way to think about this is like, what if you you played Go Tanks, and then you attack with your leader, you've refunded 4, you use 2 Whisk Coercions in this card, and it can just get insane. So I like this card a lot. And then 4 of Super Saiyan Go Tanks. I love this card. It is just absolutely insane. It is a problem card. 25k double strike when you play it. Untap 2 energy and draw a card. Not a lot to say other than that. And this guy is just absolutely crazy. And he synergizes well with your leader's effect. And then the last card, Time Patrol Trunks. Now, I don't know if this card's expensive right now. I know it was pretty popular, played, especially at Top Cut in the last regional in Indy. But this card is really good for scryings. Basically, you play this card for Overwhelm, which means you banish out of your drop area at least 3 cards. You have to have a minimum of 3. And when you play it, you look at the top 2 cards, add a card from the top of your deck to your hand, and then place the other card at the top or bottom of your deck, whichever you would like. And Time Patrol Trunks being also a 5k combo cost that is 0 cost is just awesome. And I really like this card a lot, especially in this deck. And I think that if you can get your hands on them, I know that there was a short printing of the Evil Hero set. I suggest that you get them, especially while they're probably going to go up in price and pretty much become staples. So hopefully this is budget and within your range. I'm trying to build a budget deck, but I really like this card in here. And that pretty much does it for my budget-friendly Starter Deck Goku. Let me know if you guys think that it was budget enough. If you guys want me to go down a little bit more, like a little bit less, I can give you guys another deck profile. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think. This is TCG Discussions. Thanks for watching and signing off.